What up? What up? What's up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jesse, and welcome to Questionable Sports. How we doing this Wednesday evening? You know how we do this. Let's get this party started. I'm gonna get started right now with the shot. Oh yeah, here we go. Hooray is correct. Hooray is correct. How you doing today, Mom? Welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. Well, no, not really. All we got is, training camp starting for a lot of everybody in football, NFL. You got baseball going on, so that's about it. That's about it. So you are good. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. Let's find out what we got going on today. Hold on, I gotta close some of these windows before I open some windows. All right, here we go. Let's start off. You know how we do things around here. Let's start off with what we got going on. Again, welcome to Questionable Sports. These are the social media accounts I have on Twitter or X, however you want to call it. It's Questionable Sports 8. On YouTube, of course, if you're watching right now, you already know it's Questionable Sports. TikTok at Questionable Sports. And Twitch, Questionable Sports. So, I mean, pretty simple. You know how to do it. A lot of y'all have been following me on Twitch. I have become affiliated on Monday, which was awesome. Which means I can start kind of making a little bit of chump change. It ain't a lot unless I get a lot of viewers. That's how that works. But it's all good. Got to start somewhere. But I'm happy that was pretty fun. That's pretty cool to keep doing that. So if you don't follow me on Twitch, go over there and switch over there. Questionable Sports. I normally stream from like 7 to 10, 7 to 9:30, just depending on how I feel. Sometimes I don't stream. Like tonight, I won't be streaming because I'm actually on YouTube streaming. So, moving right along. Topics of the day. Welcome back again. Show no shows. Who showed up to camp? Who hasn't been showing up to camp? Let's spin the wheel. We'll spin the wheel. See what the topics are going to be. Scott, he'll be here. He's got something to say. Then today we're going to do who's going to be on the hot seat in college football. I mean, maybe we'll talk about NFL who may be on the hot seat, but mostly in college football, we're going to see who's going to be on the hot seat in college. We got the question of the day, important dates, and of course, this is my show, so I'll always have the last word. So, getting right along, shows and no shows. And let me get my notes. You like the background? Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. It looks actually, that's just what you call it, but I actually got a green screen to make it look a lot better. Because normally when I gaming, you'll see like little black marks here, and you kind of see it over here on the side over here, whatnot. But I don't run the green screen when I play video games because it doesn't take long to set up and it doesn't take long to put down. I just don't want to do it every day, so I have it set up differently when I do actually do the YouTube show. Um, but there's only a couple of holdouts, a couple of top name holdouts. I haven't really heard a lot of holdouts going on anyways. So, but one of them is Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals defensive end. And what's crazy about him is with him not getting his contract done yet, I think it's kind of holding up Micah's contract, which sucks because they shouldn't even be together. But I think that's just my thinking. I haven't heard anything, so I don't think I'm just got insights or anything like that. I don't have anything like that. I have no, what's the word? Who are the people that do get inside? Yeah, well, not inside, well, insiders, but sources. There you go. I have no sources. All this is coming from my brain. This is what I'm thinking, not no insiders or sources or anything like that. Maybe one day I'll get there, but not today. I tell you that much. Um, and another big name. This is probably the biggest one for me. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but Terry McLaurin from the Commanders, the receiver. He's actually there's been talks of I've been reading a little bit about that. That he's been talking about maybe asking for a trade because they're not working out a deal, and they offered him a low ball. Same thing with the Bengals defensive end. they offered him a really low number, and he's just not happy about it. So maybe they both might be looking for a trade. But that's the thing. I'm not sure. The receiver, I think he'll find a job real easy. You know, they'll find something. They might get something back for him because he's really good. Terry McLaurin. I hope he gets out of the division. It does. Excuse me. If he does get a trade, because he was tough on the Cowboys, but the Cowboys done a pretty good job of shutting him down with Diggs and Bland. So, and hopefully they can be healthy this year. But I don't know. You know, we'll have to see what's the holdup. You know what the Bengals? You know, going back to the Bengals real quick, they've always had that issue with signing people. Look what happened with Chase, the receiver, and stuff like that. So, but they normally go get their shit done. It just, I guess they're just being stubborn right now. Maybe trying to save some money. Hold on, let me clean my glasses a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. But the Redskins, they've excuse me, potty mouth. The Commanders, I'll take a drink on that one. They may shut me down. That's just straight whiskey with 3 ice in it. That's how I like it. The Commanders, they've really never had that issue with players holding out. So that's what's surprising about this receiver, who's probably one of their best players. So why would you not want to have one of your best players sign? But then, it is what it is. One big name for us here in Metroplex is Micah Parsons. He's actually participating in practice. He's not happy still. The contracts hasn't been going, hasn't moved along. That's what he was, just still in a stalemate. So he's not happy about that. But I'm not happy about it. I've said this before. If y'all were here last week, and I've talked, just talking sports talk with everybody at work and anybody that would listen to me, is that I think Scotty just joined. I heard movement. What up, Scotty? I'm talking about the no shows and the shows right now. Right now, the no shows is Terry McLaurin from the Commanders. I'm fucking up. The Commanders and Trey Henderson from the Bengals are the two big names. I mean, there might be some people who don't really matter, out there, but those are the two big names that are out there. Then the one who actually showed up is Micah Parsons, who has been at practice, who has been participating, but is not happy that a contract is not on the table and being offered. And this is and this is what I was about to say before I heard you walk in. Oh, let's give Scotty an applause for showing up. There we go. I always do that. I always say whenever you show up, I know you can't hear the applause, but I always applaud when you show that's why I didn't do it, and that's why I was like, oh, I got to do it. My mom said hi, Scotty.
Hello.
But moving right along, what was I saying now? So Jerry had a press conference the other day, and he was talking about how he doesn't talk to the agents now, and he is getting up there in age, and you could tell and stuff like that. So it's not really he's handing the reins over to his son, and which I've told people before. I was like, if you think Jerry's bad at GM or running the team, I think Steven's going to be worse, and it's starting to show because Steven has not offered a great offer to Parsons yet. It was the same thing, and Jerry said for the last couple of years he hasn't been dealing with agents and dealing with contracts. He already said that, so that's just telling you that Jerry wasn't the one dealing with CD's contract or Dak's contract. It was Steven. So Steven's the one who's been doing all this, not offering or waiting so damn long, and then it's too late. And that's why now they're having to pay double of what they're going to have to pay. If they would have signed Dak a few years back, he would have been paid like $35 million. Now what is he getting paid? 50 something million. CD, same thing. Mike, now they're stalling with Parsons. They're going to have to pay him 40 something million a year. That's going to hurt the team. Yeah, but see, Mom, I told you about that. Nobody listens. Nobody listens. How you doing, Scotty?
I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good to hear. How's the weather treating you in your part of town?
It's nice, warm.
It's warm. Yeah, it's nice. About to get hot.
Yeah,
it's about to get hot, but it's all good.
Yep.
That's why That's why I live in Texas. I don't know why you moved to Texas.
I like the heat.
You like okay. Yeah, I can't stand the cold. I don't know how people live in the cold. I rather stand the heat than be out in the cold. Tomorrow it will be
Yeah.
in triple digits. Yes. Drink some water. Well, here in Texas. I'm not sure where everybody else is from. But drink some water, stay hydrated. If you get too hot, get to the AC, get in some shade. The good thing about my job, they let us take I'm not showing the score. What are you talking about? Hold on. You're not showing the score? Yeah, the scores are up there right above my head. Look up. Or you don't have to look up, but look. I see it. Can y'all see it? Yeah. What the heck are you talking about?
It's usually on the bottom.
I moved it around. This one, did I move? I did move this one. I did move it because I was messing with it earlier today. So open your eyes, making me look crazy. Yeah, I moved some stuff around. So there you go. Yeah, she just said it too. I just saw it. I'm used to it looking at the bottom. Yeah, Rangers are about to start. They already started right now. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But what was I talking about, Scotty? I fucking forgot.
Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons. We're gonna have to pay him again a lot of money, but it's all good. It is what it is. Um, but let's move it on. Move right along. Move right along. We're gonna start to spin the wheel. Scotty, are you ready to spin the wheel?
All right.
Spin the wheel. See what our topics are for the day. I just missed the button. There we go. We got taking a shot. Shit, I don't have my shots. Here, I'll take a drink. I'll take a drink for that though. Damn, that's not what I wanted to do right off the bat. Let's spin the wheel again. Brandon, I'll be taking a shot again. I'm just pissed. Baseball, Scotty. Here we go. You ready for baseball?
All right.
Rangers activated John Gray, the pitcher, for the first time this season. I'll tell you one thing. Let me say this: if John Gray, he don't have to be great. He just got to come in and fill in the spots, and I think it's just going to help the Rangers pitching even more. I think the Rangers pitching has been probably one of the best surprises this year. I knew they were going to be good, decent, solid. I'll just say that, but I didn't think they could sit there and just dominate a game like they have been. They keep the score low. It's the bats that are not they're not helping the Rangers. But the last few weeks in the month, well, let's say the month of July, they've been being pretty solid. They've been a little better. So, what do you think about that, Scotty? John Gray coming back for the Rangers? You remember? If you don't remember, he got hit by a line drive in spring training, broke his forearm. That's why he's been out.
Yeah.
So he's back now. Shot. I'm sorry, I got my shot glass, but I forgot the liquor over there on the damn over there, way over there in the kitchen. But go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
I mean, they need all the help they can get right now.
Yep.
How to make a playoff push.
And I don't know if y'all remember last week, me and Scotty were talking about. I asked the question: do you think the Rangers should be a seller or a buyer? And me and Scott both said that the Rangers should be a buyer, and they've got a closer. That Don Dunning. They traded him to get a pitcher who's supposed to be a closer, but who's struggling. So he's down in AAA. They got another first baseman who actually we went to the game on Saturday, and he hit a home run. So Rowdy is his name. Rowdy. That's a pretty cool Texas name. He should have been in Texas. He should have been a Ranger. Yeah. So spinning the wheel. I don't know why the chat's not popping up in the chat. I gotta fix that now. That's another thing I gotta fix. Everything just always messing up. Football, Scotty. First question. Oh, this is a college question, Scotty. So,
all right.
What do you think of the FSU quarterback, Florida State? If you don't know FSU, Florida State, Tommy I don't know how to say his last name. Castillo's comment. Did you hear what his comment was, Scotty? I can read it for you right now.
I
Uh,
did not know.
he said Alabama doesn't have Nick Saban to save them week 1. That's what his comment. That's a bold statement if you ask me. A Florida State team that
Yeah,
went 2-10 last year, going against an Alabama team that I think is ranked number 9 right now. They might be ranked a little higher. They're up there though in the top 10, and a really good
yeah,
Alabama team. It's not like, even though Nick Saban's not there, it's not uh it's not like it's still a bad team. It's still a decent team. It's still a solid team. I mean, you
yeah,
don't have you don't have the intimidation. Of course, when Nick Saban's there, everybody was just scared of Nick Saban. You don't have that intimidation, but it's still an Alabama team with a lot of talented players. So, what do you
yeah.
think of that comment, Scotty?
In the weak ACC league too.
Yeah, a weak ACC league, and it's 2-10. And so this quarterback, he wasn't there last year. He was at if you don't remember, Scotty, he was at Boston College. He's a transfer to Florida State.
Yeah, yeah, he's from Boston College.
Yep. So yeah, so he's never played. He's never played in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? You don't go and, like you just said, a weak ACC and talk shit about the SEC team. Because I
Yeah,
mean, it'd be bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Florida State fan. I'm not. I was an Alabama fan when Nick Saban was there. I'm still, I guess you could say, I'm still kind of Alabama fan because you can't just not be a fan anymore if you've been a fan for so long.
yeah,
Because Alabama was probably like in my top 5 up there. Now they're probably jump somewhere in the top 10. I may have to do that one day. Do my top 5 teams of the year, something like that. Maybe we could do that, Scotty. Teams that we're going to be rooting for this year. We could do a top
yeah,
5 team that we can root for this year. Um, but Alabama was, they probably got out of the top 5. They maybe be 6, maybe 7. I don't know yet. But I'm not gonna root for Florida State. Now, if I want to upset, then don't get me wrong. Hey, that'd be bad. I love upsets. I already told you that before. Ain't nothing better than a college football upset. But I don't know if I want
yeah.
Florida State to upset Alabama. So what? Go ahead, Scotty.
Oh no, I don't see that happening, but we'll
Mm-mm.
see.
No, sir. All right, but by the
What
way,
is it?
that game is August 30th at 2:30 on ABC. Which, don't get me started. That is week 1. Don't get me started on it, Scotty. But that's another big game that we were talking about for college football in week 1. So,
Yeah.
but don't get me started. All right, spin the wheel. Again, if me and Scotty start rambling on, because I know I will ramble on for the day. God damn it! It says take a shot, Scotty. I don't have a shot, but I have a drink. I am drinking. I got to work tomorrow, so, and it's hot. All right, I'm spinning the wheel again. I'll be drunk before we even get done with this. Basketball. All right, Scotty.
All right.
There's not a lot of basketball news going on right now, but we can still
Yeah.
talk. I still got a couple of things. So if it lands on basketball, bro, around the stuff, then I'll just tell a story about basketball, or Scotty will. So just think of a story, Scott, just in case we get around to basketball things. But how do you feel about the Lakers turning to a Luka team and not a LeBron team? So that Lakers just got Marcus Smart, and Marcus Smart was like, it was a Luka that made that asked for the trade and everything. That's what they were saying in the papers. Oh,
Yeah.
for all you youngins, there used to be a thing called a paper, and you used to open it and read it. I know y'all don't have that anymore. Y'all have your phones, but when I say papers, that's what I mean. I mean, I saw it on the app too, but I just have called papers. So I know you young kids out there don't understand what it means by reading a newspaper.
Nope.
uh, but um, so yeah, so and there's been that's another thing I've been reading too, is that the Lakers have been turning more to a Luka, asking Luka what he wants rather than what LeBron wants. And there was even talks of them trading LeBron. I'm not sure how true this is. Again, I ain't got no inside sources. I'm just, again, doing the same thing y'all do, reading what y'all see online. But this is coming from ESPN, who I've been, everybody follows. So they're talking about this a little bit. It might be a little true. So, what do you think of them? Turning it more into a Luka team than a LeBron team. Go ahead, Scotty.
Yeah, I mean, I think LeBron's time there's running out.
And what's
He's
go ahead.
is there still rumors of him coming to Dallas?
I haven't heard that in a long time. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started on that, Scotty. Don't get me ranting on him. Talking about coming.
That,
You
yeah,
heard his wife wants him to try. I can see that. There it goes. It finally popped up. For some reason, like the chat on the stream, it pops up at one time and sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, yeah, I've had that. I haven't heard about his wife wanting him to retire, but I don't see why. I mean, he's in his 40s. He makes millions,
yeah,
so he's damn near a billionaire. All the stuff he's invested in, stuff like that.
yeah. I mean,
But I could
he's still
see.
got a few years left in him. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I've never knocked LeBron's game or his talent. I never said he wasn't a talented player or anything like that. I'm just not a fan. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and say, and if he's playing the Mavericks, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, wow, I hope they win against the Mavericks, or you know what I mean. If they're in the finals, I'm not gonna root for them to win in the finals. Um, I kind of think he broke basketball by bringing, moving to Miami and building a super team. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's what kind of like now that's what kind of makes me upset because now all everybody wants to do is build super teams and try to win easy championships instead of staying with a team that drafted them, or you know what I mean? Just try to get um
yeah,
build a team that's going to help them win instead of switching teams multiple times. You're the best player in the world, and he cries more about not having the talent around him than anybody else that I've ever seen in my
yeah.
life. No, so I don't know. I think for the Lakers, I think it'd be better for them to move on to for Luka. But at the same time, Luka's a big crybaby too. We saw it here in Dallas. But I wish Luka the best. Luka was awesome. So I'm not gonna be a Luka hater because he was part of the Mavericks and it was fun watching him when he was here. But it's time to spin the wheel, Scotty.
And right.
Damn it! You know what it landed on. We got football. This is gonna be in your neighborhood, Scotty. Giants have already named Wilson as a starting quarterback. What do you think about that, Scotty?
I don't really think there's any debate
There's no
about
debate.
that. Definitely not going to be Winston.
He's a good locker room guy, though.
Oh yeah, he's great to have around.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not going to be Dart. So
Do you think? Now,
I'm interested to see what's going to happen here because they have 4 quarterbacks on their roster right now.
who's the fourth one?
DeVito.
Oh yeah. Oh, DeVito. Sorry, DeVito. You ain't gonna make the squad.
DeVito's loved in the locker room though. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. A couple weeks.
Yeah. But now we have a new player, Cooper Flag. Yeah. The Mavericks do have a new player, Cooper Flag, and he's not the thing about Cooper Flag. Sorry, Scott, for not cutting you off, but changing a little bit. But we have
You're good.
But the thing about Cooper Flag is he's not going to be a Luka. He's not going to sit there and put 30 points up or make what they always call Luka Magic. Y'all remember that was always Luka Magic. But he will be a great defender, great rebounder. He'll put some points on the board. But it's not going to be he's not going to be a superstar. I take that back. He could be a superstar, but he's not going to be. I don't think maybe not in the top 10 of each year. So, but we'll see. We'll see. You just never know. You know, he's only 18. He's young. He could pick up a 3-point shot, maybe learn to drive like Dirk or shoot like Dirk. You just never know. He's still young. But going back to the Giants, so you have Wilson's going to be number 1. Do you think Dart's gonna go 2, or you think not Wilson?
Nah, I think right now it's gonna be
Oh,
Jameis.
Jameis Winston's gonna be 2.
Yeah, I don't think Dart will see any action. At least, I mean, if they're in playoff contention, they may not even play him at all.
But you think maybe I'll say, what do you think about around Thanksgiving, a little bit after Thanksgiving time? You think that they'll be like, all right, we ain't got no play to make the playoffs. Let's put the rookie in.
Yeah, I say probably by like week 10, I think they play the Patriots. Maybe
Okay.
that game,
Okay.
and then I think they have a bye week after that. They have a very late bye week this year,
Oh, okay.
so probably somewhere around there.
I mean, if you say DeVito's a likable guy, he's a locker room guy. I don't think they'll keep 4 quarterbacks. You think they'll do 3 and then try to get DeVito on the practice squad?
Yeah, I think DeVito will probably be on the practice squad if
But
they even. I mean, yeah,
because and don't get me wrong, I don't know if there's any other teams that's gonna pick up, because if you're in the practice squad, you're up for grabs. Any team can grab you off the practice squad.
yeah.
So there was a question I was gonna ask about Dart. Oh, no, I know what it was. It was about the Giants fan base. How patient are Giants fan bases? Like, I know with the Cowboys, if Cowboys get a first round quarterback, they're gonna want that quarterback start day 1, even if you had Dak still playing healthy. We just preparing for the future. If Cowboys would have drafted a quarterback this year, they would have wanted that quarterback already been playing yesterday. So how patient are the Giants fan base?
I guess it could go both ways. I mean, personally, myself, and I know a lot of the Giants people that I listen to and stuff, they all say he shouldn't really play much at all. First season, just sit out, learn as much as he can.
See, maybe Giants fans are smart, but they got a terrible team, and Cowboys fans are dumb and got not even a terrible team too.
But then as things start going bad, they're gonna start calling for.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I think that's with any team fan base.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you're losing and there's no future, it'll look like they're gonna be like, well, let's throw the rookie in. Scotty, there's a question for you. It says, Scotty, may I ask you, who would you like to see in the Super Bowl this year? This is early. This is early
who
question.
Would I like? Who do I like, or who do I think will be there?
Well, we know who he likes. He's gonna be the Giants. But I guess who do you think?
Huh? But I would like to see Detroit and who else?
I'm gonna say this right now: Buffalo,
Cincinnati, maybe, or Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo, Cincinnati, maybe.
Cincinnati, okay, yeah. But Detroit for sure. I think if the Cowboys don't go, I mean, I would love to see Detroit be there, because they've never won anything. They ain't won anything, So that would be.
But I'll save who I think will be there, because we'll probably do that another time.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that down the road.
Yeah, I would say I'd like to see Detroit and Cincinnati Super Bowl.
I'm gonna say Detroit and Buffalo.
Yeah, that would be pretty good too.
That would be mine. I think last year I remember last year I said Cowboys and Ravens, and I said we're gonna have the preview coming up, and then the Ravens beat the Cowboys, and then the Cowboy season went down here after that. Mm-hmm. Not because of the Ravens game, because Dak got hurt and it just became a free for all. All right, we're spinning the wheel. Fucking shit. Last week it didn't. I don't even think it landed on it last time. This is like the 4th time it undid it. Football. All right, what do you think of? Okay, this is happening. This is a Cowboys thing, Scotty. So I'm not sure if you know about this, but Trayvon Diggs' salary was reduced $500,000 for not being in the offseason program. He had to be in 84% of the offseason program, and he didn't do it. So the Cowboys reduced his contract by $500,000. So instead of getting paid $9 million this year, he's only going to get $8.5 million, which, to us is a lot of money. To him, it may not be as bad, but I think that's a stupid rule. I'm like, that's Steven right there. That's not Jerry. Jerry would probably be like, hey, let it go. But that may talk to him, hey, make sure, you're doing this, doing that. Steven's like, charge his ass. Save me $500,000 I ain't gotta pay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
in the contract, so
yeah.
he knew the rules. He said he knew the rules. He said, but he didn't think that the Cowboys were actually enforce it.
Hold them to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's like I said, it's probably Steven.
Yeah, that's all Steven, man. That just sound he's and don't get me started on Steven because I'm going on rant. I will go on a rant, and I ain't trying to. I'm trying to be a calm person this year, Scott. All right, we'll do one more, and then we'll move on to baseball. So, this was a good one, Scotty. Ohtani done hit 5 home runs in 5 games. 5 games straight, he hit 5 home runs. They play today. Not sure if he's gonna hit another home run, but how impressive is that?
Yeah, he's on fire right now.
Yeah, he's on it.
Sure. I know they're the pretty heavy favorites to win the World Series again.
Yeah, of course. But all we need is the Mavericks, Rangers to get hot, and right now there's 0-0, but they have a runner at second base with 1 out right now. But all we need is the Rangers to get hot. That's it.
Yeah.
They're best to get hot. I think in the playoffs, I know we are talking baseball. Okay. In the playoffs, I feel like if the Rangers can get hot in the playoffs, again, like they did when they won the World Series, they have a really good chance to win the World Series because of the way their pitch has been pitching all year. If they could the pitcher can stay the same and their bats get hot, I think a lot of teams would be scared to play them. Yankees might be another team that you got to think about too.
Yeah. But yeah, their hitting right now is just so up and down.
Yes, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
The roller coasters. Nope, nothing on Turpin, Mom. I think it's gone. It's something he got in trouble for marijuana, and that's not an issue anymore in the NFL. So it's an issue in, of course, the Texas, and Texas have one of the harshest penalties when it comes to drugs. But in the league, it's not an issue anymore. So I don't know if they may not even suspend him or anything like that. So it does look bad for the brand. He might get a fine, but I think that'll probably be it. So, all right, we're moving right along. Now it's time to talk about. Let's talk about you, Scotty. What do you got? What do you got in Giants news?
We are going to talk about some Giants training camp. But first, I wanted to talk about something else.
Okay.
It's not really sports related. I don't know if you heard yesterday that Ozzy Osbourne died.
Oh, yep, passed away. Yes, sir.
Yeah. He was it was a legend, definitely. I think rock and roll wouldn't be the same.
Nope, it won't.
If he wasn't there, so definitely a big loss. He was actually inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. Once with Black Sabbath, and then once for his solo career.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
definitely.
Rock and roll will never be the same. I mean, what he done for rock and roll or just music in general. Everybody who's everybody, knew Ozzy Osbourne. So
yeah,
you hear that? What is that? What's the name of that song? The train thing, Runaway Train, or is that what it's called?
No, Crazy Train.
Crazy Train. There you go. You know me. I've been drinking, Scott. Crazy Train at the beginning when that song goes, everybody's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yes, we lost a legend. That sucks. Yeah, I heard about it. We were actually yesterday when I was streaming on Twitch. We were talking about it. My mom brought it up, and I was like, "Yeah, we're talking about it." Some of the guys we were playing with, we were talking about Ozzy and how um, it's going to be a great loss to just that for because of him. He was just a great person. I mean, it's crazy. Like I was saying, how many people knew him, but I don't think
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, how am I trying to say this? Like I didn't know how many people um were a fan. People that you didn't know, you see on posts and everything. All these people like, Ozzy. They're posting
Yeah.
pictures with Ozzy, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like, but yeah, he was an icon. He will be missed. Um, hopefully everything goes good with his family and everything.
Yeah.
Is he in? Yeah, he's in. Turpin's in training camp, Mom. He's been practicing. I saw him. I saw a play earlier where they were running he was actually playing running back. So, they're not going to send too many videos out, but yeah, he was out there practicing. Go ahead, Scotty. I'm sorry. Now,
All right. Yes. Start with the Giants here. Training camp. Well, I had the report yesterday. They kicked off today. Like you said earlier, Russell Wilson was named the starting quarterback. Two players are on the PUP list. Andrew Thomas, which is a big loss. He had foot surgery last year, but they said he's expected to be back by week 1. And then Eric Gray has not practicing right now, which isn't it too much of a loss? They got 3 other running backs right now, so
yeah,
he's more of a blocking and a special teams.
you think he's like can he be like a short down? Be like short down back maybe?
I don't know if he'll do much of that this year. I'll have to
Oh.
see. I think that would more be Scatterboo.
Oh, I forgot they got Scatterboo. Hey, any word on how he's been doing in training camp?
I haven't heard anything about him. Today they only worked on red zone.
Oh, okay.
Mostly passing.
Mm-hmm.
Dart was up and down. He had a couple of touchdowns, but his first pass or the first snap of the 11-on-11 drills was a pick 6.
Oh, at least he scored a touchdown. For the wrong
Yeah,
side.
defense scored a touchdown. Yeah. But it was yeah, and oh yeah, he fumbled a snap under center, which, like I said, I think we talked about last week or whatever that was, 2 weeks ago, maybe. That Ole Miss, he didn't take many snaps under center. It's mostly shotgun, so there's still a lot of learning to go there. Couple of position battles. Evan Neal, who has been playing right tackle for the last couple of years, has been horrible. They moved him inside right guard and battling with Greg Van Roten.
Yeah.
Greg Van Roten may be taking snaps in center, possibly.
Okay.
Depending on their centers, there's his 3rd year, John Michael Schmitz. So he's okay, but and then 2 Deontay Banks and Cordell Flott are battling for the number 2 cornerback
Okay.
spot. And then defenses look pretty strong. Abdul Carter says really impressive people. They're already talking possibly defensive rookie of the year.
Dang, already?
It's only the first practice, so a little bit early.
Yeah. Hey, never too early to have confidence.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors is back full practice because he had a toe injury last year. He was kind of nursing, but was still playing because he kind of had to. Really.
Yeah, he was the offense.
Yeah. See what else. that's really about it. Said they just worked on red zone
That's good. That's
offense
good.
today, mostly passing.
That's good. My mom said just I like the song he performed at his last concert. What was that one? It was talking about his "I'm Coming Home, Mom" or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom coming home. That was his last song that he
Yep.
performed.
Yep.
That was just last week. Like last, I think it was a week from this week from today. I believe it was.
Yeah. It's like he was doing a charity thing, wasn't it? It wasn't like a charity thing he was doing.
It was yeah. It was with Black Sabbath.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I saw the video of that. And I was like, oh man, he had he had the audience crying and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
that's how you know you got talent when you can sit there and move a whole audience to just tears by singing a song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's what when I sing, I move people to tears. Maybe because their ears hurt.
Yeah.
What's the coach's name for the Giants? Got
Dable?
Dable. There you go. My mom asked who's the Giants coach. Yeah, it's Dable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We'll see.
all right.
It's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen this year, because now that they got their quarterback, are they gonna get one more year?
Yeah.
I don't know if the season goes terrible.
Yeah.
That's kind of to be determined, I guess. Because now they've got the quarterback, they probably want one more year to develop him.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right. So now it's time for the question of the day. Question of the day. It's not really a question. I just wanna since tomorrow is National Tequila Day. I just tell me a good drunk story. So think about it. Let me know a good drunk story. We'll come right back to that. Next things, important dates. Important dates we got going on. Again, Major League Baseball trade deadlines July 31st. A week, well, actually 8 days away from today. So next Thursday is the trade deadline. There will actually be, and you'll see here, I think you'll see here in a little bit, NFL football with the Hall of Fame game going on at the same time. Well, not at the same time because the trade deadline ends at 6. The Hall of Fame game starts at 7. So we got an hour to process everything. NCAA college football first game again is August 23rd. Iowa State versus Kansas State will be the first game on ESPN at 11 o'clock. There will be some other games on at the same time. It's not a lot. I think a total of maybe 5 or 6 games are going to be on that day, but that's the first one that's going to be on at 11 o'clock. So a great way to start college football. Got some good Big 12 football going on. NFL dates again. Cowboys training camp already started. They were practicing today. I have not heard anybody get injured. We all know Diggs is not playing. Bland is not playing. Parsons was at camp, but he's limited. They didn't want to push him too hard or risk him getting injured, so he wasn't limited to practice. But other than that, all the other big names, everybody was practicing. Pickens practiced, Lamb practiced, Dak was at practice. So that's all good. I'm interested to see the offensive line. I haven't really heard anybody talk about the offensive line with their new guard Booker, but if I hear anything, I'll let y'all know. First NFL game is September 4th, Thursday, Cowboys versus the Eagles. I will be watching this game and I will be drinking, so I took Friday off because if Cowboys win, I'll be celebrating. If Cowboys lose, I will be pissed because I hate the Eagles. And also, fantasy football draft, August 31st. Scotty said he'll join. We'll be on here doing our draft live. So, if y'all want to join, chit chat about fantasy football. If you don't know about fantasy football, we'll gladly explain it. If you do, you can always give us some tips and let us know how we're doing in our picks. But going back to the question of the day, so you got any good drunk stories, Scotty?
Yeah. Back in college.
Back in his
I
college
wasn't
days.
I wasn't the drunk because I didn't really drink much even back then.
Yeah.
I was usually the designated driver, but we were at the bar one time, a bunch of us from work,
Yeah.
and we ended up leaving this one guy there.
Oh,
He was like he was wasted, and he was like wandering around the parking lot, fucking for us. And then like somehow we met up with the other guys that we were with, and they're like, "Where is he?" And he's like, "I thought you had him." We're like, "No." So
oh
we had to
hell.
go back in, and he was just wandering around the parking lot.
Oh my goodness. That's funny. Let's see. My mom says, Scotty, I have a question. How is your Tia Rosa doing? Still eating them tortillas? I guess you're talking about when Texas Tech, when they throw their tortillas.
What about it?
She said, "How is your Tia doing? Tia Rosa doing? Still eating them tortillas?" I don't know. Did you say something about some?
Roses?
Yeah, and tortillas.
Uh, we've talked about roses before. I like roses.
Oh, you talking about the Oh, you talking about that? Yeah, yeah. That place is good. That place is good. We have talked about that before. I remember.
Yeah.
My drunk story is gonna be Super Bowl. It was one Super Bowl. I think I told y'all this before when we're doing our Super Bowl show. Um, so I do a drinking game. I didn't do it this year. I don't know. I think I have to work the next day, and normally I take the next day off after the Super Bowl. Um, but So I do the Super Bowl, drink and game, and it was one that said they had to do something. You had to take a shot, and it kept happening. So my wife, she said here, and just put the bottle of I don't know, it was vodka, I don't know what it was, but whatever, it was liquor. And so I don't know how many shots I had to take. Oh my gosh, I was and we had dogs at the time, so I went outside. Had to go walk my dogs. At the end, the game was over. It was probably about 2 in the morning, 1, 2 in the morning. I was outside walking the dogs, and I texted my wife because she was already asleep. I texted her, babe, I'm finna go walk the dogs real quick. I went out there and boom, I just fell over and I couldn't get myself up if my life depended on it. I was trying so hard to get up. And then I finally got up and then I walk and I look up because we live upstairs. I look up, my wife is sitting there looking at me, just staring down at me. I was just like, oh my, like my dogs didn't even give a shit. They were just walking around, still doing their business, and I'm just laying on the fucking ground trying to crawl to get up. I was like, man, good times, good times. So that's my good old drunk story. And then one year I was drunk. I took the dogs out after the Super Bowl, and I was out there, and then a cop I guess he's doing his rounds. He's with there, and he put his light at me. I just stood there, just looking down at my dogs, knowing I was drunk off my ass. I was just looking down, like, nope, you ain't finna, I ain't finna move. If I move, I'm falling. So, but yeah, that's my drunk stories. But moving right along, it's time for the last word. It's my show, so I get the last word. But Scotty, you got anything in to say before we get off? Before I say any start?
No, I don't think I have anything.
All right. We're at 48 subs, 2 away. Ladies and gentlemen, tell your friends, tell your family members, tell everybody. Let them know. Call the National Guard. Tell them, hey, follow the guy. 2 away from 50. That's the goal. Let's get there, ladies and gentlemen. Help me out. Next Wednesday, I'm sorry. Next Wednesday is our next show. We are now 43 days away from NFL kickoff. 43 days. We are under 50. We are like right there around the corner.
Yep.
We're 8 days away from an actual football game, an actual game at 8 days away.
Yep.
30 days from college football. 30. You can say 31, but I have the actual time at 11 o'clock. So that's why it says 30. So you're like, wait, it's 31. I actually have it at countdown to 11 o'clock kickoff time. So that's why it says 30 days. So, but yeah, we're at 30 days until college football starts. It's going to be here before we know it, and then it's going to end just as quickly.
1 month.
1 month. Oh, it is 1 month from today? Holy crap. Yeah, we're 1 month away, Scotty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Son of a beesh. So, like I said, it'll be here, and we're all excited. Yeah, week one, whoop, whoop. And then next thing you know, we're going to be sitting here talking about Well, this is the college playoff right here. What do you think, Scotty? Just like that,
Yeah,
just that quick.
we'll
So,
be making our playoff predictions.
oh, we gotta do. Yeah, we gotta do that. Huh? Week 0. Yeah. Oh, that will be week 0. You're right. That would be week 0. Um. So we'll be here before we know it. Anything else, Scotty? Before we get off.
No, that's all I have.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all being here today. Scotty, I appreciate you being here. You have a good evening. I'll
All
see
right.
you at work. You have a good one.
All right, see you.
Huh? I did it. You did it right now. The last word?